Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I'm going to be late getting this out. Recording it now on Monday, March 25th, when the games have pretty much already been going now, I think to the Sweet 16. We're in that round currently. But better late than never. So I'm going to post this, and this was obviously done before the game started. Just want to throw that out to you guys, that we didn't cheat. This is just getting recorded late. Finally getting around to it. But this is our predictions for the March Madness tournament. First, we'll start with what Jill picked. You have the first four games up there. She picked Howard, Colorado State, Montana State, and Colorado to advance. And then in the East Division, or East part of the bracket, she had UConn, Florida Atlantic, and UConn winning that one against San Diego State. And then UConn is taking on Illinois, and then Illinois beats them to advance to the finals. And then down in the West, you see North Carolina taking on Mississippi State, with North Carolina winning, and then they beat Grand Canyon, and then they go ahead and advance to the next round and take on Arizona, and then she has North Carolina winning that, but then losing, of course, to Illinois. And then on the south side, we have, she picked Houston to win against Nebraska, but then Nebraska ultimately beats them and takes on the 5th seed Wisconsin. But then Wisconsin actually wins and then takes on the 6th seed of Texas Tech, with Wisconsin actually making it to the Final Four, and then they end up losing. But we'll take it to the Midwest first, and then she has a big upset of Montana State beating Purdue. And then they are taking on the 8th seed Utah State, but Utah State prevails and wins that one. And then they go on and advance to the next round to play Kansas, the 4th seed, but Kansas ends up winning that one. Funny thing I didn't even notice is, if you look at the 16-8, 4-2, it's all dividing by 2 as it's going down to the next round. Just noticed that. Math nerd in me had to say that. And then, yeah, so what did I say? 8 seed. So, yeah, Kansas then plays the 2nd seed of Tennessee, but Tennessee ends up winning. And then they are in the Final Four playing against the 5th seed that I said earlier for Wisconsin. Those two meet up, and then Tennessee ends up going to the finals. And then her prediction of the finals was Illinois versus Tennessee. And Tennessee wins the whole thing. And then we'll go to mine. These are my predictions. I have UConn taking on the first four. Howard, Virginia, Grambling, and Colorado. Okay, so then, yeah, UConn takes on Northwestern in the first round. UConn prevails. And they play the 5th seed, San Diego State, and UConn wins that one. And then they go to the next round to play Washington State, the 7th seed, and then UConn wins that. And then they beat the team down there, and they go to the finals. And then in the West part of the bracket, North Carolina is playing against Mississippi State, with North Carolina winning that one. They take on the 5th seed, St. Mary's, but then North Carolina wins again. And then they play the 3rd seed, Baylor, and they end up losing on that one. And then the 3rd seed, Baylor, takes on the 1st seed of UConn, and UConn wins and goes to the finals. On the south side here, we have Houston taking on Texas A&M, with Houston winning that one. 12th seed gets an upset against Duke and goes on to the next round, but then their runs ends there as Houston beats them, advances to the Elite 8, taking on the 3rd seed of Kentucky, and Kentucky actually wins that one and goes to the Final Four. They beat the 2nd seed down there, which I'll get you to in a bit, and make it to the finals. Midwest, you have Purdue winning, taking on Utah State. And then Utah State upsets Purdue and wins that one, taking on the 12th seed, who made a nice run, beating Gonzaga. But then they end up losing to Utah State. And Utah State takes on the 2nd seed of Tennessee, who makes it pretty far. and they keep on going. Tennessee beats Utah State there to make it a Final Four. And then you have the 3rd seed, Kentucky, taking on the 2nd seed of Tennessee. But 3rd seed Kentucky wins that one and makes it to the finals. So now my finals prediction was UConn versus, Kentucky. And I have UConn winning the whole thing. So there's our tournament predictions. Obviously, we know how we are doing right now, up to the Sweet 16. And we'll show the results in another video. I forgot what it was, but I think I'm currently beating Jill like 3 or 4 games or something like that, maybe 2 games going into the Sweet 16. Yeah, obviously I kind of know how things went with Kentucky. That was a bust pick there for me. And then I think Jill's doing pretty good as far as her final teams that she picked for at least the Final Four, except for Wisconsin. I know that one's a bust pick for her. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to get going. And we'll see you in another video with the final results of how we did. I think, as always, we're going to be doing our challenge against each other where the winner takes the loser out on a date. The winner picks, and the loser has to pay. I have to go back to the previous. I think this is their 3rd year doing this. I thought I won both of them, the previous 2, but I'm not sure. Can't remember. You know, if you guys would check out those other videos of how we did, but I think I won the first 2. But anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna get going. We'll see you all later. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, hit that bell down below, and give a thumbs like on this video. And we will see you all later. So bye. Later, y'all. Peace.